message for your approval. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you for your response. So we will start the lecture now. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rene Salmico. I'm your instructor for logic circuits and design. So this subject comprises the lecture and laboratory, so that you need more basic knowledge on logic circuits and how to implement it in the software. And usually nowadays, we use software in the industry, and even in some companies, they use code for you to implement Boolean algebra and other basic block diagrams. Now, for our course outline, we'll start with the course orientation and CAMC core values. And with this, we will have our lesson 2 tomorrow. So we'll have logic gates, truth tables, and Boolean algebra. On the third day, so we have Karnoff-Mach logic circuits. For our lesson 4, we have multiplexer, code conversions. And on lesson 4, this lesson would take maybe 2 or 3 meetings. So we have a lot of code conversion examples on this side. And for our lesson 5, we'll focus more on latches and flip-flops. So what can you see on the image is this one is a combinational circuit. So you could implement this in a flip-flop. And this is usually, you have the application. Now, what is the application? So if your door is red, meaning it is off. If it is green, meaning the temperature is being monitored in the water valve. And when the door is off, so meaning your motor, or there is motion on this side. And in this way is this application of your logic circuits. So this is only a block diagram, but it's not yet the final circuitry that you're going to create. So that's why you have important background you need in electronics. Okay. So now we move forward with the lesson 6. So lesson 6, it's we have counters and register, and also we have the design of the what is ALU. Anybody? ALU is your arithmetic logic unit. This is one of the important parts in your computer architecture, where all computation are made, your addition, subtraction, division. and other stuff. And also you have your lesson 7. We focus more on sequential circuits, the state table, and lesson 8. Also, we will discuss synchronous and asynchronous circuits. In the ninth, we will move forward with the algorithmic state machine. And the last topic would be memory input-output systems. Now, this is just a wrap up of the summary for the lesson 1. It's more specifically the review of your CAMC core values. So we have this brief history of CAMC. So this is Alihis campus. So it started in 1968. So it was Bacolod City National Trade School. And in 1964, it was named Paglaom State College. And after a few years, it was named to Carlos Hilada Memorial State College in 1994. And now uh, it was uh, going to be a university, level 3. We are already on the deliberation of the requirements. Now, for your campus, you have the first research center, call it the Applied Geographical Information System Research and Development Center. And now, before, Ali's campus was Institute of Information Technology. Now it's College of Computer Studies. But the main college that you are into is Talisay. So Talisay comprises the College of Engineering. Now, for your CAMSI vision, as we know, we are to be the leading green institution of higher learning in the global community by 2030. So these are what we mean by good governance, research-oriented, extension-driven, education for sustainable development. So these are the core areas that you want to solve. So these are the problems that you need to try to make conduct research and extension. So this is education for sustainable development. And we are also aiming for nation building. So the main reason why you're studying computer engineering is to provide support and assistance for our country because we are emerging economy and we try to improve ourselves to be self-sustainable as a country. Now for CAMSI mission, so we are a green institution committed to empower the youth and the lifelong learners who will contribute to the nation building and global transformation through quality education, inclusive and creative teaching learning pedagogies, relevant research, social innovation, dynamic partnership, and active civic engagement in conducive and fulfilling environment for students, faculty, staff, and partners. So for the College of Engineering is to produce a globally competent engineers that is equipped with scientific knowledge, technical proficiency, ethical work values, interpersonal and communication skills, and understanding of environmental and sustainability issues related to their profession. Now, so that's why you need to have this subject in order for you to have the technical proficiency and also scientific knowledge. So we'll not just focus more on the drawing and the diagram. We also need to check if what are the applications of this course to your profession. Now, as a successful career, so after 5 years, you are expected to be engineers, programmers, network and security professionals, designers, and technopreneurs, analysts, and researchers with position to assume position of leadership and responsibility within an organization. So, second is to achieve personal and professional success, engage in lifelong learning and professional development with awareness and commitment to their ethical and social responsibility, both as individuals and in team environments. So, you need also to learn how to able to uh, meet professional network and you need also to know your interest so that you could help the community. Also, for the third, we need to have manifest a strong concern for the environment and demonstrate service for the community and society that helps uplift the lives of the people through technological research activities. So that's the purpose of research is to help our country to enhance and to be equipped with experts. Now, for your course, this course includes the design and analysis of digital circuits, and it covers both combinational and logic circuits, which emphasis on solving digital problems using hardwired structures of complexity of medium and large scale integration. So that's why logic circuits and design is 3 hours per week, and you have 3 hours per week laboratory. So in this case, I give you the assignment for you to learn MATLAB in 1 week. This is only a basic MATLAB environment, and I'll give you later your CAMSI email after the class. Now, for the course outcome for this course, you need to understand the basic of logic gate through tables, Boolean algebra, K-map, sequential circuits, synchronous and asynchronous circuits analysis, and the algorithmic state machine. You need to perform circuit implementation using MATLAB Simulink and analyze synchronous and asynchronous logic circuits based on hardware structures of complexing of medium and large scale integration. The last is you need to reflect on the essential of CAMC core values in engaging professional responsibility and lifelong learning. Now, for the program outcomes, so as an engineer, you need to apply knowledge of mathematics, science, and to solve complex engineering problems, ability to design and conduct experiments, as well as to analyze and interpret data. So that's why, whether we do not like it or not, that we have this high specific requirement for your software and simulation tool. This is because we need to conduct experiment in uh, in the computer. So if you're third year now, try to uh, uh, not really buy computer, but try to check other students if they have graduating, you try to ask information technology student or information system if they're going to sell their computer, and you could have your second-hand computer for this course because it requires under CHED, this course requires one-on-one computer, so you need to have your own computer as a requirement.
But in cases in this scenario, we could have the project by pair. So you need to ask your classmate if who could assist you if you have low specification laptop, because this requires, as you know, I provided you with the specification. So AutoCAD also have high specification than MATLAB, and MATLAB can operate online, but AutoCAD you need to have a higher spec computer than the normal one. Now, for the third is the ability to design a system, component, or process to meet desired needs. So, with realistic constraints such as economic, environmental, social, political, ethical, health, and safety, manufacturability, and sustainability in accordance with standards. So, this is the reason why we use simulation software. And also, we're going to have the ability to function on multidisciplinary teams. And fifth is the ability to identify, formulate, and solve complex engineering problems, understanding professional and ethical responsibility. And for our six more, we have the ability to communicate effectively. The eighth is to broad this education necessary to understand the impact of engineering solutions in a global economic, environmental, and societal context. And the ninth is recognition of the need for an ability to engage in lifelong learning. And the tenth is the knowledge of contemporary issues. Also, we have the ability to use techniques and skills in modern engineering tools. So, MATLAB and AutoCAD are modern engineering tools. So that you need to learn this. Uh, Even the basic knowledge on how to use MATLAB and AutoCAD is important for engineering practice. Knowledge and understanding of engineering and management principle as a member and leader in a team to manage projects and in multidisciplinary environments. Now, what are the course requirements? For the course requirements, you could have four tests, two tests in midterm, and your outputs or your performance task that I'm going to give is more specifically 5%, the one that you're going to do this week. So you need to have your certificate that you complete the lessons on MATLAB for your laboratory activities. So since this is your first time to encounter this software, so I will consider your laboratory activity and project as part of your module activities or your task. So that is considering 15% on this side. So you have your certificate on MATLAB usage and the installation part also. So for your midterm and end term examination, you have 40%. Any questions on your course requirements? Now for your logic circuit design project. So we have our first your project. This would you will create a simple logic circuit using the following applications. So this would be selected randomly. So it's either in industry. So you use logic circuit in production, manufacturing. You use also logic circuit design in aerospace and weaponry and surveillance. Also, you use in consumer products, mobile phones and cameras. And also you use logic functions in web algorithms. Also, you can use logic circuits in analytics, in image classification, and also in civil engineering, we use logic circuit in urban planning, such as in traffic congestion. Why by not using traffic light, but also we use it to sensor. Also for logistic and supply chain for deliveries and for identifying the least traffic route also is important. And for the seventh application, these are the few application that we have. There are more, so I only select seven. So in cases in this project, if we are example 18 enrolled in the class, so you will group by three. So it depends because the number of enrollees in this class is 24, I think. So if you are 24, so maybe seven or eight groups would be okay. So you have at least three members, three group members, and you will assign a leader. So this is for your logic circuit design project. And for the rubrics, so you have this first rubric. So analysis and design, 25 points, which shows creativity, orderliness, and insights from the given task. You have also application. So you have 25 points. So you apply the knowledge and skills in the task or in a specific field of interest. You have the third, you have the acceptability of content. So the content follows the instruction and shows consistent information. And the last is accuracy. It's more on the correctness of work and completeness of the output. Now, how I'm going to grade you on each four rubrics. So these are the drop down. Now, for the score interpretation, if you're good on the analysis and design, so you have almost perfect. So I'll give you 25 points. If you're good, 23 points. You have satisfactory, 20. Past, 18. Needs improvement, 15 points out of 25. And if you have poor, I could recommend you to resubmit your work. And on this side, it depends if you have, so it could be 24 also here. Depends on how you present your work. And also on here side, good and satisfactory. So I could hurdle the score here if you are in between good and satisfactory. So you could have 22 or 21. Now for the format, please take note of this. If you are going to submit a document, you will submit it in the A4 size paper, A4. So you need to save all document in a PDF format. Once I put a template in your Google Classroom, so meaning you will save it in PDF format. And for the assignment, so you have this format and you will follow this. If you are in group activity or project, so you'll just change this into project. And if you are in group laboratory, for example, you are three in the group, so you change this into module 01. If you're 3 in the project, what will be different is your last name. So you try to change your last name, first name, and you'll have just your same group number and uh, what is the activity that you're going to do, project, module. So this is the format for your group activity. So during the time of the class, you can ask questions about the recorded lecture and the task. And ample time will be allotted for consultation during the class schedule. So due to internet problems and attendance will be waived. What is important is you need to submit your task reaching to 50%, and that is 75 of your group score. So late submission is allowed, but only the period of the cycle. So we have until January to submit. This is the official email of the lecturer. So if you have any questions regarding the test, you could ask me or on the project. And these are the references for your logic circuits, and this would be the same for your hardware description language course, which is also uh, I will be also the instructor. So, any questions with your first lecture on your introduction? So, let's wrap up. Any questions? So, for those who are present, I will give you your email address. So, first we have uh, Albaladejo, absent. Arguelles, present. Copy. Okay. So, where's Arguelles? This is your email. And the password is, please try to remember your password once you change it because it's difficult to always to ask permission for you to change password if you forgot 3 times. So copy, Arguelles. Now, next we have Aristosa, present.
Present, sir.
So this is your COMC email. And also, okay. So let Tyrone Infante email me. So I'll give him the password and because he will change it personally. So the same kamo password but when you change it, kamo na bahala sang password. So once you forgot your password, it's difficult to change. Aristosa is okay. The same password, Aristosa, with Arguelles.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
CAMSI 2021 also the password. So for Basubas present. Copy, paste. And the same password also, CAMSI 2021. Who else? So, ang ari di subong si, check, Argilier, Aristosa, um, Subas, Ka, Kadorna, present. And who else? Ka- Stampa and India. Okay. Injera, that is your email address, CAMSI email. And also, Istampa. And we have uh, uh, Palcultila and who else? Gabilaga. For Tiron Infante, so you have, I'll give you her. And, who else? Villahermosa and Mainit. And Tadena.
Sir Malaka, sir.
Malacca, okay. And also I'll have Mainit. The and Tadena. Villahermosa. Anybody? Wala pa? I think I'm morning present. Okay. For those who will ask their email address, tell them that they need to email me and I will give them their personalized email address. So the password would be CAMSI 2021. So you'll try later and change the password and remember it always. And take note, you could use also this CAMSI email if you want to have free Microsoft Word for student. So once you use this CAMSI email, you have maybe a lot of free software na you could use. So this is one of the benefits if you have CAMSI email. So you have free for 1 year subscription. And also this software that you are using is being paid by your tuition fee. So that's why you need to install this on your computer. So kung wala pa kamo computer na with higher specs, you try to think maybe buying before you have your thesis.
because you need a lot of computer uh, task when you reach fourth year and fifth year. So it is not good that you still have a Word document compatible laptop. You try to invest more, or if you don't have, you try to look for second-hand laptop that is able to run this uh, this software, which is can be used. Okay, so since we are done with logic circuit, is it okay that I will finish until drafting? It's the same. What I will discuss is only course description. So that will not meet in the night. It's okay?
Okay, good sir.
Oh, okay. So I'll continue. But I will not go back to see history, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, diretso na ako sa course description. Okay, I will open my slide. Same PowerPoint but different content lang. So, it's not really. So, to wrap this up, sharing my screen. So you have 1 week to become familiarized with MATLAB, and the one that I put on the classroom is beneficial for you to learn. But I will not have the complex uh, circuits because I know your computer cannot handle this. Even my computer cannot handle a large image or large mga algorithm. So only basic algorithm. And once you are good in this algorithm, we could advance it. So that's the purpose of this software. And mostly in research in other university, they use MATLAB. So if you are good in MATLAB, so you could have great opportunities in some companies because it's the same and the syntax is different. Also in AutoCAD, if you install DraftSite, that is a free software. So one of your classmates asked about uh, low specification CAD software. So I know DraftSite is also good and it's free for 1 year. So I'll give you the link if you want to have this. If your computer cannot able to run, if your computer cannot able to run AutoCAD, so you have the website as a alternative. So this link. So that's for drop site. So that's alternative for your AutoCAD. Now I am presenting. Can you see my presentation? That is introduction to hardware description language already. Okay. So I'll start. Okay, so this is introduction to HDL. So HDL is a laboratory course. So it's more on the application of logic circuit. So if you
cannot understand logic circuit, you cannot also go with HDL because in HDL we use logic circuit diagrams also. So there's a need for you to learn in both ways. So this is we refer to HDL programming. So there's a Verilog HDL programming that we're going to use, and it has the same resources as the previous course. You have gate level modeling, behavioral modeling, combinational circuit, sequential circuit, uh, and
Counters, state machine, task and function, and we have the project presentation. So it's the same project that we will have in logic circuit. So I'm not going to discuss VMGO because I discussed it already. So we move to the course description. So HDL is a laboratory course that introduces hardware description language as a tool for designing and testing combinational and sequential circuits. So that's why you need to install Simulink and Simscape. After that, we're going to install logic circuit simulation tool. So if you could not finish the MATLAB on ramp and Simulink on ramp and Simscape on ramp, you could not download, you could not go to uh, logic circuit simulation. So it is important for you to have fundamental concept of HDL and basic building blocks of HDL programming. So these are the course outcome. It's similar to your logic circuit, but it's more advanced on the, we are already in the design and testing, while logic circuit is more on the fundamental knowledge of logic circuit, binary and Boolean algebra. Now it's the same program outcomes. So grading system is the same. HDL project is similar to your logic circuit, but there will be testing on this side, and it's also the same rubrics, and that's it. So you have format also, and the same references. Okay, so that's for HDL, and I'll check if I have here. So everything on the Google Classroom will be posted. So I'll, I'll check my Google Panorama. So this is, so we are now to the third introductory lecture on the computer engineering, drafting, and design. So yeah, sure. So this one is different because HDL is similar to logic circuit. And now we have so this is more on the circuit simulation, understanding the standard, what are the sizes used in PCB layout, because since you are a computer engineer, so you're going to work with
IC, microprocessor. So you need to learn how are these being made. So we have block diagrams, flowchart, electrical and electronics and logic symbols. We have also designation and standards. We have circuit layout simulation. So that's why you have Eagle. Eagle software that is free in Autodesk, but this would take a lot of amount of your physical drive, and you need a good video card in this scenario because you will simulate. But I think we will have only a basic circuitry so that it would easier to simulate. Now for the lesson 6, you have wiring and cabling diagrams, electronic packaging also. We have also to discuss the PCB design process and PCB design issues. And the last part would be etching and the project presentation. So in this case, I patterned my project presentation based on the needs that we have. So this is not to consider web application because we could not design PCB in web. So this is more on the circuitry of each application. So the same as it goes. So I'm not going to discuss this anymore. I finished it already. So this course, computer engineering, drafting and design. So you need to install AutoCAD for this because this is already a specialized course in computer engineering. So you will learn how to lay out electrical and electronics and logic drawings, stressing modern representation used for block diagrams, wiring, assembly, and drawing. So printed circuit board layouts and etching. So there's more of plates. So we could have uh, template 1, template 2, and also you need to submit it. I think this would be since you don't have all of you don't have a good high specification computer. I'll have it by group, maximum by 3 persons, if that is okay. Now, for the course outcome, you need to design an electrical, electronics, and logic drawings using AutoCAD, and also you need to perform logic representation using block diagrams in the wiring and assembly through simulation, perform circuit board layout and overview of the etching and its procedure, and will reflect on the essential core CAMSI core values in engaging professional responsibility and lifelong learning. So that's it. I think it's the same. So what is not applicable here is this one is not applicable. This is more on the physical design. So this one is not applicable. So you have until industry, military, consumer products. You could design. Okay, you could design also urban planning devices, bike, like how will you make city life easier? So you try to design scooter, battery of the scooter, and what else? Rechargeable bike station. So those are example of urban planning drafting design project. We have environment, and also you could have sensors and monitoring, like air pollution sensor, shows the level of emission, carbon emission also is important. depends on what you will discuss. So for sorry, it's still the same because you will make a simple logic circuit and you will have it in the PCB and you will have to create the case. So creating the case is on what software? Fusion 360 if you want to have it in 3D. But Fusion 360 requires a lot of high resolution video card and memory. So you need to have a good computer using Fusion 360. But in making design in Fusion 360 is good. Kaso lang ang IA's specification, medyo you need higher spec computer. So these are the applicable applications that you could use. So you have one, two, three, four, five. Also, you have five options to select. So we'll have it in random. Uh, I could give you possibly before the midterm because so that when you have your Christmas break, you could try to discuss with your group. And these are the rubrics. It's the same. Also, we have a different, I'll just update these resources because I have a different resources to give you on drafting. Okay, I think we are done. So our class already finished for the first lecture. Since we could not start yet with the actual demonstration because you don't have yet yun hindi pa ka mo nag-install. So I'll give you time, maybe 1 week, maybe next week. It's okay na siguro, I think. Because ang medyo dugay na install is um, AutoCAD and Fusion 360 because this takes a lot of time. MATLAB